Now, I was really excited to give you a sneak preview last night of my forthcoming ABC documentary. We knew that wouldn't be very popular on the ABC's preferred source of public opinion, Twitter. Our digital team had a look for us, and in that feral left echo chamber, there's been plenty of abuse. MW Chat Show claims to be a comedian, says he was sure that 6 people would tune into the doco and love it. Maybe he needs some more material, hey? Adam Rope said, imagine being part of a target audience so scientifically illiterate and ill-informed that it thinks calling out green left bias in 2022 is actually a thing. You get the impression Ropey might be green left himself, don't you? Pollyanna says more people will watch a repeat of Bluey on iView than will ever watch this documentary. It's kind of touching that these Twitter types are worried not enough people will see it. Pollyanna's tweet, by the way, got 1 like. Walter Hawkins said, obsessed. No, Walter, it's your ABC exposed. But I know you're all wondering what Chunky Boy thinks. He says, good effing God, you people are effed. I reckon he's an ABC comedy scriptwriter. And Gary has an idea for the ABC to do a Sky News exposed. He mustn't watch the ABC on Monday nights when Media Watch actually has a crack at that, taxpayer funded, every week. It looks like there's a bit of opposition on Twitter to this documentary because we're exploring ABC bias and accountability. And the same people bagging it without seeing it are the ones who want a royal commission into us because we share more than one view. There you go. Look, just to annoy them, I'll give you another sneak preview.
The ABC is charged with producing news and information that is accurate and impartial. It's not hard.
If they wanted to be a good, high-quality outfit, they could be.
The campaigning journalism must stop.
Does the ABC still bind the nation together?
I do believe it does. The goodwill that exists from the Australian public has sustained the ABC.
But in the end, it's simple. The ABC is run by the staff for the staff.
It was up to me to prove my innocence.
This is the very definition of vigilante journalism.
Based on completely unsubstantiated testimony.
It must be there for all Australians.
It is held with respect. You get emotional when you say that. Public Broadcasting Manager. Are they putting it at risk?
Can't wait. Tuesday, July the 26th, here at Sky News at 8 o'clock at night. Let me bring in the blogger to the nation, Tim Blair. Tim, Twitter's going to hate it.
Good. It's always fascinating the way they simultaneously say that the ABC isn't left wing, but the only people who defend it so aggressively are left wingers. Why are they defending it? It's not as though these lefties ever come forward and angrily support and demand justice for neutrality. It's not really their way.
They're neutral like Moscow. It's just hilarious. Now, I've got to get some help from you because with so much flooding happening yet again in New South Wales, we've obviously got to go back to this bloke. You all know him, the former Chief Climate Commissioner, Tim Flannery.
Even the rain that falls isn't actually going to fill our dams and our river system. Even the rain that falls isn't actually going to fill our dams and our river system.
Tim, you've got to get your blog fired up. You've got to get your people out looking for Tim Flannery. Where is he?
It's fantastic. Whenever I run that clip or those words from Professor Tim, there's a number of people will come forward to defend him, and they'll argue that no, you've got it out of context. He was talking about it'll never rain again. He was talking about that in a time of drought, which is similar to saying that the sun will never rise again. And then when you're wrong a few hours later, people saying, oh, no, he said that when it was nighttime. He said the rain that falls will not happen. He didn't put a time limit on it. You don't need to specify at which stage the rain is going to come back. It was kind of a blanket statement. And it doesn't matter what you say to the left or the right of that statement, that stands alone. And that's what he intended to do. He wanted that to be the scare quote. And then you might add a few maybes and perhaps and possibly in the futures, but they're just to soften it. He really wanted to get that message across back in the day when Tim Flannery was Professor Scary.
Yeah, he also talked then about permanent drought, and your penchant for rational thought and rational logic here reminds me of Anthony Albanese saying that you could charge your you charge your electric car with your solar panels at night. No, Prime Minister, that ain't going to work. I got to get your thoughts on another great Australian, another very prominent Australian. This one's on the way up at the moment in Wimbledon. Have a look.
We all know the Wimbledon dress code rules are very strict.
Yep.
Why then would you walk onto centre court with bright red trainers on and do an interview in a red cap?
Because I do what I want.
But there are rules specifically against that. The referee, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but the referees are going to be speaking to you about it.
That's okay.
Afterwards, and that's okay.
I'll wear some triple whites tomorrow.
Nick's just moaned about the controversy that surrounds him.
I haven't moaned. I love
But
it.
you've laughed it off, so that's all part of it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's more attention for me. What's that saying? Any publicity is good publicity, right?
Got to hear your take on Nick Kyrgios, Tim.
Well, he does make tennis interesting, I suppose, in a way, and that's something of an achievement, I guess. But against that, what a pain in the arse this bloke is. And and we shouldn't forget as well that he said that, he grew up in a racist country, i.e. Australia. He's done very well out of the country. And now he turns around and he's just behaving like a bit of a clown. It does get boring after a while. It's the same act every day. It's like McEnroe got dull after a time. When it's what do you expect to happen happens. It's almost the definition of dull.
And he makes Collingwood footballers seem like perfect gentlemen. That's the
don't have a
upside for
go
you.
at me. I mean, you've got a war crime sitting on your desk, sir, in the form of an Adelaide mug. By the way, don't they make Adelaide wine glasses?
Yeah, I'll see.
A coffee mug's a bit.
I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can organise some of those. Some Adelaide Crows wine glasses, a damn fine idea. Thanks for joining us, Tim. Tim Blair there. You can view his blog and read his columns via the Daily Telegraph website. That's all the time we've got for you tonight. Have a great evening.